I have a Roadkings MPU and power supply here that I have recently paired for a client. I just wanted to go over what I had done to it. First of all, the power supply was in pretty decent shape, but it still had the old 20,000 microfarad 5-volt filter cap here, so I've replaced that with a new 18,000 microfarad cap from Great Plains Electronics. I've also replaced 1, 2, 3 small caps that sometimes leak and corrode the PCB, and then you don't get any more 5 volts. Also replaced all the headers all the way around it, and the 4 pins, the 4 male pins in this header too. So I'll send the client 4 female pins so he can pin the other side of it. So that tested perfectly. The MPU looked like it had just a little bit of alkaline corrosion on it when I got it, but it turns out everywhere here, you can see I've sanded down to the bare copper and rebuilt traces as necessary. I installed a modern reset generator here, and the corrosion had dripped down the board all the way down to here. So I replaced that header and taken care of abating the alkaline there. Also, this 2N 6427 or 6247, I don't remember, was also toast. Board was a bit of a disaster, had a couple of blown up transistors in the special solenoid section. This one was really blown up, so I'll caution the client to make sure the coil attached to that is not shorted. After I abated all the alkaline corrosion on this board, replaced the power header up there, also replaced 5 caps here in the sound section, 4 caps in the sound section, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 caps in the power input section. Tried to boot it up, it would not boot. First thing I found out is the ROMs were toast, so I replaced those ROMs. Then I found out that the bus driver buffer here, they use an LS244, was dead. And then I found out that some of the chip select logic here was also dead. And then the last thing I found was, while I was working on making sure that the sound subsystem worked, was that the PIA here, and this is a replacement, was dead also. So I've tagged this board with everything I did to it. A lot of stuff. Took 2 pages there to list everything that I had to do to it. It was a 6427. And it's good to go. See the next video. And here's the MPU installed in my high speed. And we're going to boot it up. And that's a normal boot for high speed. You can check all the lamps. See that the lamp matrix is functioning properly. Now that music test proves that the board is communicating properly with the background sounds board, in this case in a high speed. Roadkings has got its own special sort of background soundboard, and I'm sure it'll work properly with that also. Display test working perfectly.
Pull over.
So all those sounds were made on the MPU board itself without any help from any background soundboard or any regular D11581 soundboard. I'm going to skip that test. So you could hear all of the solenoids operating properly. And I have tested switch test on my test bench, and it works just properly also. So this board is good to go. I'm going to get it back to its user. Thank you so much.